Hey guys, what's up? YodaVsLink here with another album review Tuesday. Or should I say album review Thursday? Anyways, this is my album review of Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys. And as you can see in the background, I'm watching Futurama, so what? Okay, so this is Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys. Most of you probably know most of the songs on it because this is a CD that has 9 singles and only 13 songs. So that means 4 songs on the whole album weren't singles. Some of the main ones that you might know is No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Fight for Your Right, Clap Monkey. These are all awesome songs, but my favorite has to be Paul Revere. Let me show you a little bit of Paul Revere.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about 3 bad brothers you know so well.
Pretty old school rap, I love it. Beastie Boys are really awesome, and for those of you that thought they died after the first album, do not know what you're talking about. They're amazing, all through their every single album. What I've decided that the main message of this album is that this is an introductory album. This is their first album and the first one that hit it big. So just explain to each of the different group members are Adlock, Mike D, and MC8. 3 stayed together the entire time, all the way through their very last album in 2010. And by the way, that was an awesome album too. I have to say this is a very collectible band. You gotta get more than just this album, guys. The only reason I didn't like this album was the fact that it didn't have some of the digital stuff that it has in its later albums, which is completely understandable because this was released in the mid-80s and they didn't have a lot of the technology that they had later. And this is very rock, rap, old school, all just that they're just the Beastie Boys. You can't, there's nothing like it. But some people that listen to the Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, Rage Against the Machine, and Run DMC. Okay, so some cool things about this album cover is for the inside, Beastie Boys never really good about the inside booklet or anything like that. But their album covers, they actually say something. It's not just a picture. And this one is a picture. If you actually look at the whole thing, usually you just see this. But if you open it up, it's a plane crashing into a cliff. And some people say it looks like an extinguished joint. And it has some very controversial things on here. And originally this album was going to be called Don't Be a Faggot. Well, that was obviously too big of a controversy, so they had to get rid of it since it was in the 80s and there was a bunch of gay right people. So they really didn't like that and had to change the name to Licensed to Ill, which I think is really cool. I love the name Licensed to Ill because it really captures like the time of that they put this out. They have a lot of slang from the time, and you can definitely get a feel for when this album was made. So one thing that a lot of people notice, but you wouldn't notice on first glance, is look at this. See that serial number says 3MTA3, which if you look in a mirror or inverted, it says eat me. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's got some like really random messages, and a lot of them that most people wouldn't even notice. And of course, their Beastie Boys symbol came up with on this album is kind of a knockoff of Harley Davidson. I just really can't explain it. It's just different. You've got to listen to it yourself. It's an amazing album. This isn't one that you just need to like listen to small clips. This is an amazing album. You need to get it. It's awesome. So this is YodaVsLink. Peace out. This has been another album review, Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys. Peace out, y'all.